resumed.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nova Starcraft Snow.
And MaximusBlack.
And we are bringing you, for the first time in a long time, a normal game elevated to the Grandmaster level, sent in by the fans to www.LAGTV, LAGTV. Mr. MaximusBlack.
Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound of how awesome it is to see snow in StarCraft.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere I go. That's pretty much what I'm going to give you.
It's great. Great. Bing Crosby couldn't have done it better himself.
Nope.
It's a lie. Bing Crosby probably would have done that better because Bing Crosby is Christmas.
He is Christmas.
But you know what? You know what isn't Christmas? StarCraft in general is not really Christmas, so I guess that doesn't really make.
Why have I never seen snow before? Am I just maybe I don't have it on, like, I don't know.
Extreme?
I've never noticed. Yeah, I've never noticed the snow.
It's
never.
Awesome.
It's kind of distracting, honestly.
Well, it's distracting. Like, it's distracting, but it's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. I don't know if I could ever play with it on, just because it is kind of distracting.
It'd be like driving in snow. It can get your eyes get tired looking at it coming at you.
Yeah.
All the time. Let's introduce the players really quick. These are some Grandmasters. Down here in the bottom left-hand side of this Kespa map that I'm unaware of the name of, it is FXO's very own JimRising, and I have heard of this gentleman before. I've actually heard of both of these gentlemen. Up here in the top right-hand side, we're looking at Lags Believe, and oh, if only that was our clan or our team. Alas, it is not.
Nope.
So do not get that confused before somebody goes, you guys have a professional team now? As if anybody would actually ever think that. No. No,
I'm not even on a professional team anymore.
No, you're not even on a team, period. So we've already ruled out all of these things. So it looks like right now we've got a little Forge expansion happening over here for Lags Believe, and down bottom I'm sure that's going to turn into a little bit of a spawning pool hatchery kind of deal as well. Or not, he's going to get greedy and go straight for gold.
Wonderful. This is something new. I've never ran into this.
Well, I will say this map seems to be lacking vision towers, and so unless you specifically waltz right in and around this area, you're likely to not see it. Of course, he does have creep, but
I do kind of like that because the fact is, if you were to go and scout, which Protoss should be doing now, I'm very, very surprised that there hasn't been a scout. That's kind of foolish. You would see, obviously, that there's no hatchery at the natural, and then you'd go, well, he's one-basing me, or he's all-inning me. Or how about I go and check his second or third? So you'd go over to the bottom or the far left, and you'd check. A good player obviously would check the gold as well, just to see, like, really, is he really grabbing gold? But I think your first initial reaction would be go, oh my god, I'm being rushed. Quick, throw down more cannons. And that would actually put you behind, and it would allow Jim to actually get an economic advantage here. But it's even better for Jim because Believe is just believing that he's just playing standard.
Playing with a hope and a prayer.
He's really not. I mean, this can really, really hurt him.
Yep. There might be a point in this this cast where I request you to sing "I Believe I Can Die," if Believe is going to go down the way I think he's going to after this total lack of scouting of any kind. And when you're on a map with no vision towers, you got to be even more aware of your surroundings because you don't get any cheap vision. You got to have stuff all over the place, and that's what Mr. Jim is already on right now. He is on his scouting game. He's got a well-placed Overlord above the ridge there outside of Believe's Natural. He's got another Overlord on its way over to the top side. He's going to have some great vision. A Queen now joining up with that hatchery on the gold. He's going to be able to macro up a storm on these bases, Mr. MaximusBlack.
Yeah, to an extent, but look at this. Look at what Believe's doing here. He's going to be doing a 7-gate all-in. He's only got one gas. He's got +1. He's now building his mothership core. He's not getting any other gases. He's already putting out a forward pylon. Luckily, Jim is being very diligent with his map presence and not allowing this probe to get any closer. And still, Believe has no idea that that gold is there, which ultimately will hurt him. But the fact is, Jim is going for a heavy macro build. He is getting that Baneling's Nest, but still, these 7 gates can destroy him very, very quickly, and he needs to make sure that these probes these pylons do not get any closer to his main, and he just needs to keep them busy out here in the middle of the map to buy time so he can start getting units.
Absolutely. Now, I guess if you were going to, and oh, this is a dangerous... Oh, he can see that now. If he looks carefully, he will see that it's there. There he goes. So he knows the gold is there now at this point, and there's the first round of units. We got a couple of Stalkers and that Zealot out on the field, and now JimRising is in a bit of a sticky wicket. What? He's got a Mothership Core, 3 Stalkers. Yeah, that's right. I just pulled out the sticky wicket, and you can take that any way you want. Now this is some heinous stuff. I don't know how Jim's gonna be able to pull himself out of this hole. He's gonna have to like build like 21 Banelings. That'll do it.
Oh shit!
21 Banelings surprise. That's a surprise butt sex of the nth degree. Now back in here, it doesn't mean that he's out of the woods entirely. It is leaving Believe wide open here to be able to do a lot of damage, but here it goes.
Oh god.
He's through the wall, and the pain train.
Still no metabolic. There it is. The boost just finishing.
Nice.
And the Banelings going right after that pylon.
Nice.
Very, very beautifully done. Very good probe spread up there in the main of Believe. So this is going to make it a little bit harder here for Jim to really kill efficiently with those Banelings. But on the other end, Believe is just tearing a new one into FXOJimRising. You know, I feel as though Believe got really, really lucky in this game. He just blind countered what Jim was doing. He said, I'm just going to all-in you.
Absolutely.
Right off the bat.
Not even, no scouting or anything of any
kind.
No,
that's the thing. And I feel as though if Believe would have played more of a standard game, he would have just lost very quickly because of the no scouting. But this game isn't over yet. There's still a lot of Lings on the field, and still a decent amount of Banelings as well. So, I don't know. It's still anybody's game in my book.
Absolutely. Now, nice. The last of the Banelings hit that pylon to shut down all the gateways again. Great job by JimRising to keep his opponent stuck at the basically the army composition that he's got. He's not going to be able to put out anything else. And a nice surround on those Stalkers gets rid of all of them. And he's going to get these Zealots as well. So it looks like Jimmy Boy is in an awfully good position. He's not completely out of the woods yet. He did just lose his hatchery, and he's down to nothing but drones. What are the units we have now? We have a Mothership Core and 9 Zealots.
Yeah, Jim has lost this game, unfortunately. The Nexus is still alive. There was a nice recall there by Believe. He has no minerals to build a hatch. There's just enough Zealots out on the field to finish up the remainder of the structures. I thought I don't know why I thought, but he was okay because he had so many drones. I thought he could build another hatch, but he just didn't have the minerals to do it. Very close game, I guess closer than what it needed to be. I think Believe got a little complacent at the end. He gave away a lot of Stalkers and Zealots versus those Speedlings down there at Believe's Natural for no reason, but it was still not enough for JimRising to come out on top here, simply because his base just got decimated too quickly, and he just didn't have any minerals to rebuild. I do like the fact that he focused very wisely on what he was killing with those Banelings. We see a lot of players go, oh, I got 30 Banelings. Let me just go in here and blow up whatever I can.
Yep.
No, he went in there, he picked off the pylons to unpower those gates, and then he held position on those. He didn't even go after the probes. He knew they were too spread. He only would have picked off like 2 or 3 of them at a time. He was just very patient with them, and he used them when it counted, but it was still not enough. Very good game, and I think Believe got a little lucky. A whole lot of luck.
I'm going to say, I'm going to say a whole lot lucky. In fact, I'm going to say Believe really had no right in winning that game, and it's unfortunate that Jim lost it because he played it so much better. It was just one of those blind counters.
Yep.
That can happen here, and you know, I don't know what else there is to say about it. I feel bad for Jim because I feel like he played a really solid game. I don't feel like Jim made a heck of a lot of mistakes, and I don't think he could have played it any better than he did when Believe did put on the attack. He had all the map presence. He just couldn't. He just didn't have enough Zerglings to shut down that proxy. That led into the first wave, and of course beyond that, it was very difficult for him to keep up. And he countered with everything he had. He went all the banelings, and that was exactly what needed to happen. And like you said before, very wisely choosing what to hit with those banelings. The pylons for the 7 gateways, specifically the target of those banelings, which was the best way he could have possibly used them.
I almost think as well he got a little bit too crazy with the banelings. I don't think 30 of them was needed.
Well, he didn't need that many, no.
I think that 15 speedlings and 15 banelings would have been much better for him, because he still would have been able to get the damage done, and he would have had some extra units to be able to attack the army as well. But you play the shoulda, coulda, woulda game.
Exactly.
We could sit here and do that for every game that you cast ever. He was just going on a hunch. It wasn't a total bad one, but it just wasn't enough to beat Believe. And you know what? I got to give credit to Believe. He won the game. He still could have lost, even though his build pretty much hard countered. So he played it relatively smart, and he deserves that victory. It's all good. Good game.
Yeah, absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, this has been Novawar.
And MaximusBlack.
Yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
Peace.